Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I'm JT O'Sullivan. Today, Lamar Jackson rolling. Excited to see him get his first playoff win. How'd they do it? We're breaking it down. Welcome to the QB School. All right, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens rolling in the playoffs. Good to see this first one. Not great, Bob. Obviously, ball cut doesn't come off his hand like he likes it. Misses this by a wide margin. But why? How'd he get here? We're going to break it down. A little play action here. Now, to me, it really looks like he's almost late to this. Obviously, late to this. Thanks for that one. But how he gets there, really, he's going to miss a few opportunities to the post in this game. So down here to the bottom of the screen, we're really going to get to what I'm used to calling old school, love it, Big Dino. This is one of those routes you just love to see where it's come in, you lean into it, back to the corner, to the post. And it just, you're playing corner here and you're spinning like a top. Up top here, this looks like just a deep old flag, run to the back pylon, deep corner, whatever. It looks to me, then we get tight end running up over the ball. It looks like comes out and he's almost like looking this way to then come back and throw this Big Dino and decides not to for whatever reason. Now, it's hard to tell because they're in the same line of vision here, the tight end and the big post. But the big post to me is there. If he drives this right at the back judge, it's going to be a big play. And it's not the only post I would say he misses over the course of this game. You can see right there, just get into it a little bit. Run, boom, to the corner, right there. Drive that thing right at that back judge. And the ball's already out of his hands. At this point in his career, you still don't see a whole lot of anticipation throws by any means. But this ball, to me, needs to go to the post. Now, again, if I'm not in the room, I have no idea what they're asking him to do, what the read is. But if you're going to throw this corner, you obviously got to put it out on the sideline. But I do think it's interesting always on these kind of any play, but really these massive turnover plays. What else was there? And the way that you have to play the Ravens to stop the run is essentially cover zero. You're going to get both safeties involved in the run game, in the run fits most often, and it's going to create some space down the middle of the field. So again, just watching what he does pocket-wise when he sets up here, right here, where's he looking? It's almost like he's late to the corner. Very rarely do you come off of something to throw a deep corner or deep flag. And again, we got 54, little late on, add-on pressure there, whether he's a green dog or just delayed pressure, hard to tell. Maybe funneling green dog there. But again, to me, that's, significantly late. Rough start. But nice to be able to see the middle of the field's there if they want to attack it. Big third down, 3rd and 7. Love seeing quads into the boundary, FIB. Now, this is Lamar Jackson being Lamar Jackson. He's hot. He doesn't see he's hot. It doesn't matter. I remember doing videos the past few years saying this is not a recipe to survive long. And I still don't necessarily think it is, but he doesn't care. He continually makes people miss in space. This is an NFL DB, barely gets a hand on him, makes a great throw, running full speed on the sideline, massive third down. Not the way that just about every other quarterback would do this, but he makes it work. Now, quads into the boundary. We're going to get a pressure up top. Now, to me, he could throw hot to the number 2 up top or to the number 1 down here to the bottom of the screen. The ball probably needs to go up top to the hot on the 30. Potential first down if he just gets the ball out of his hands. But this is just what he does and what he's been doing. And when he's playing at an MVP level, this is how he's playing. Now, pass pro-wise, just because I'm in it right now with the next course, pass protection. Literally talking about this today in the videos. Double mug. So we've got 5-person protection. We've got, doesn't matter who they are, DB, linebacker types, defenders right here, double mug in the A-gap. In third down in the NFL, you're going to get all sorts of exotics. These zeros basically are just X's. You got one guy with his hand on the ground. It doesn't matter who these people are. We only have 5 people blocking. Right? So even if they bring all 6 of these, we're in deep trouble. So you better know which way you're going to, which way your hot is, and get the ball out for us mortals. What they end up doing here is, I think, dropping at least 2 of these, right here and bring another guy off the edge. You have to be hot. I should say you have to be. Sound quarterbacking is going to be hot. If you're this good of an athlete, you can just make someone miss. But to learn from these videos, you're hot. And that's a free runner. But it doesn't matter. That's just special. That's a great throw too. Big time. Love to see it. Next one here, second and long. Nice fade down here to the bottom of the screen. Again, middle field closed. Easy to see man. Like what they're doing, bringing the back end to get that motion confirmation. Little option by the slot down here. Likes his matchup, likes his field. And basically this ends up being an inside fade from the outside. But again, see the motion knowledge here. They kick it over. Gets the ball out on time. That's a beautiful, accurate touch ball. I think that's one thing that surprised us last year was his ability to throw with touch down here. Again, press man, middle field closed, easy to see. This doesn't get easier to see. Here, press man, you got all this space out here. Normally you run a go from the perimeter on the outside. You don't have that much space to drop it in. This essentially operates like an inside fade from the outside. That's what I'm talking about when I say that. Great vision, beautiful offensive architecture. If it wasn't there, you'd probably try to work the option to the number 2 to the field to this little over from up top. Can't tell if it's an over or a dart, to be honest with you. Really nice. Again, paying attention to how he gets it out on time. No wasted motion. Beautiful accuracy down the field, dropping in a bucket. Then this 3rd and 9, right before halftime, this is just a ridiculous run. 7-person protection, trying to work what I think is a big in or dagger down here to the bottom. Not there, not there. And then this ability to just get vertical and outrun people that have you angled. And you're not outrunning people from the stands. Those are NFL DBs working to the pylon. Again, love the fact that he's able to get up in the pocket movement-wise here. No wasted motion. Eyes downfield, make the decision, and go. And when you play man coverage or any variation of man match against Lamar Jackson, you are living on the edge. I can't tell you what exactly this coverage is. I really can't. To me, it almost looks like a variation of 0 with basically a robber and a lurk, what I'm used to saying. Now, normally, you'd play some variation of middle field close and have somebody deep in the middle of the field here, but they end up having essentially these two guys are both playing these kind of robber lurk positions, and everybody else is manned up. Again, anytime you play man coverage against a guy who can roll like Lamar Jackson, you're asking for issues if he breaks the pocket contain. Again, you can see those two safeties just hanging there. You've got a lot of room to the post here. Just beautiful run. And I mean, look at the angles here. They've got him right here. Barely touch him. They've got him angled right here. Barely touch him. Love it. So good. I mean, crazy dynamic. Again, 7-person protection. Right? We saw the tight end come in. You can see this is a 3rd down. You see the exotic front here. We've got 3 people to a side. To the boundary. Run a little game. They don't keep their pass lane integrity. Get a little seal off. And that's a wrap. My goodness. Special. Look at just this little thing here. He could easily go out of bounds here, but he kind of leans into it right there. Thinking he's going to get contact. But that DB is trying to push him out. Lean into it. Keep that space. Over the pylon. Love it. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications, let you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I appreciate the support for the channel. Let's keep it going. Next one down here, big out to the bottom of the screen. You know, being really picky with his feet, as he really does still have a lot of space to get better, especially footwork-wise, to really just be lined up here on this play action pass. He ends up getting there, and I think, oh man, you're really being picky. Well, the reason that you would want to be a little bit lined up to throw this is so you can throw it with a little bit more anticipation and get the ball in his hands faster. So right here, we'll see it even better from the back end. But when he sets up here, you want to be lined up to throw this ball to this outside the numbers. Obviously gets toesy right here, heel clicky, gets the ball out. But look when he goes to throw this thing, right? He's separating right here. That wide receiver at the bottom of the screen on the 40 is already in the outbreak. So when he catches it, look, he's got a lot of space there. It's a hard, well-driven ball. But when he catches it, he's squeezed to the sideline, and it's a catch and tackle. As opposed to getting the ball on him quicker with some anticipation, giving him a little bit more space to make somebody move. So again, watch him lined up here at the top of his drop. Right there. I mean, where's he lined up? If you're playing golf, you're slicing that thing, you're pushing that thing in the woods. Then he has to heel click to get lined up, and basically an extra hitch in there. Watch it in real speed. He takes that extra hitch. Whoop, whoop. Just that little quick, little subtle. If you could be lined up right there and throw it, then you can anticipate it. Then you can get it out of your hands. Your lower half can be connected to the concept. So one more time, just be lined up at the top of that thing. Not lined up, closed off. Eventually gets there and drives it, because he can get there and drive it when he's lined up. Just getting there a little bit quicker will be that next evolution in his game and throwing from within the pocket. Because there are just so many opportunities for him to throw it from these play action plays. Another, to me, this is a really cool design on a fake over. They do such a great job of using their tight ends within the run structure, within getting them the ball on these overs, on these kind of fake overs. Again, they're selling, 89's coming across, selling that over like he's going to run a normal over, and then he comes back out to the corner. Nice job with the swim around 51. Get off me. Put it right on him. Really nice. Now, but watching from the wide again, I think we're going to see, because you have to have both safeties involved to stop the run game, look at the post down here to the bottom of the screen. Again, without being in the room, without knowing what they're asking him to look at. I mean, check the corner's technique here. Ass to the middle of the field. Doesn't get better to run a post. Right there. Hit that back foot and chuck it on the post. But again, it might be a clear post in their offense. Either way, it's a big-time hookup. Love the call. 1st and 10. Love the route. Faking the over, coming back to the corner. Old Andy Reid special right here. But again, you can see the footwork here just being lined up. Again, to me, he's lined up down the hash. He then has to get re-lined up, pop a little toesy. Again, still able to drive it. But for me, I come up trying to throw that post. Nobody in the middle of the field, both those safeties involved down in the run game. C24 basically playing cover 0. 24 is going with that over. He's trying to get over there. Now he's out of position for the corner. It's a lot of space. Really nice. And there's a wide open post. So lots of good stuff here, scheme-wise. When they're rolling, running the ball, hooking up with their play actions, taking shots down the field, going to be tough to handle. And right here, this is the power read to close it out. Love how they shift, and then just run power read. They don't even block this thing correctly. We'll take a real deep dive on how they block this thing, but it doesn't matter. He's that dynamic. Great job. Nice football IQ there at the end to shut it down. But they shift. And we're just reading power read. We're reading 33. And so quickly go through exactly what this looks like. So conflict defender here in this run game is right here. So let's go through it. Gap down. Nobody there. To the backer. Right here. Double team. Right here. This is what I'm used to calling an ace. Should be going to 59. 58. They never even get there. Right? Hinging here. We are trying to wrap this guard, come around and wrap for 51. We're coming down. We are, to me, leading the way for this essentially what is a bash player here. Going this way. If we were to give it, this fullback, technically for me, he should be out here blocking the corner. Nobody even touches the corner. But 51 here, take all these drawings off here. 51 here runs through and misses everybody. So really what ends up happening here is the fullback doesn't block anybody. The wrapping guard doesn't block anybody because 51 just blows by him. So just imagine if this play, if the guard comes out and actually wraps 51, he doesn't run himself out of the play, and the fullback comes out and blocks the corner, they're really blocked up. And this thing scores. It's a really well-designed play, just tough to handle. You add the quarterback runner. Again, 51 just shooting the gap. Again, wrapping guard, nobody. Nobody touches 51. The fullback can't get there. Keep going. One of those two guys needs to keep going. But it really, I mean, it's crazy. They don't block it correctly, and you still get this. I mean, good luck. Wow. One more time just to appreciate closing out a game. There's nothing easy about this. You can see they essentially got 9 people stopping the run here. And then still create that much of a hole without blocking it correctly. The corner never touches him. I mean, just really dynamic. Watching 33, play this thing out full speed. Reading 33 on the bash, power read. He gets upfield, we pull it, and we're gone. Crazy. Going to be tough to beat. That is a wrap. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens rolling, put the league on notice. Be exciting to see if they can put a run together here deep into the playoffs. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.